It's been a month since I opened my shop, and today I'm going to tell you all about it. We're going to split this into 3 parts. First, I'm going to tell you what did I sell. So how did I go about finding the listings, how did I create the listings, and that sort of stuff. Second, I'm going to talk about how much did I make or lose. And lastly, was it worth it? Basically about the pros, the cons of using Etsy. I've also learned quite a bit, so I'm also going to include some tips and tricks along the way as I tell you about my journey. So part 1, what did I sell? There were 2 things that were going to help me decide what to sell: the niche and the type of product. To decide on the niche, I use this tool called Etsy Hunt. What I love about Etsy Hunt is that not only can you search on their user interface, which is on their website, but you can also search using a browser extension that makes life so much easier. So if I type a particular keyword on Etsy, I will know what the possible searches related to this keyword are, and on the right hand side, this browser extension also shows the competition around it. This saved me so much time because I didn't have to individually go and search for every keyword. Now, I wasn't just trying to find a profitable keyword that was going to make me a lot of money and just create any product that was going to give me money. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to create something that was sustainable. If I wanted to create a product that's just profitable, I would have probably gone to Google Trends and searched for the current trending item or like a certain topic that's popular right now or trending in certain countries, and then create a product out of that. What I wanted was to create a sustainable brand or a sustainable shop that was going to exist like long after this 1 month. And that meant finding a nice balance between what I liked and what was popular. And that was a very difficult balance to find. After some research, I finally landed on 3 niches: travel, Bollywood, and Indian girl design. Like a lot of art prints surrounding like Indian women or Indian girls, and saris, that kind of vibe. There are different types of products that you can sell on Etsy. Like you can sell digital products, handmade items where you personally handmake them and ship them, or you can do print on demand, which is basically a third-party site printing those items for you. All you do is design them. For the sake of simplicity, I decided to focus on digital products first. And if my digital products sold, I would then plan to create print on demand items out of those designs. So kind of capitalizing on the designs that worked and create more products out of these designs. Does that make sense? The 3 print-on-demand tools that I liked were Printify, Printful, and Gelato. So in the first iteration, I listed city posters that look like this in different cities like Singapore, London, Paris. And then I created Bollywood posters as well, followed by some posters that were specific to like the Indian girl niche. For the city posters, I used Canva to create them. And for the Singapore print specifically, I used AI to generate the base image, and then I just added some details on top of that. For all the other pieces, like the Bollywood posters or the Indian girl designs, I handmade them using my iPad and like a sketch app. I could have used AI for this, but I was very specific about what I wanted, and AI was not going to help me get there. So I decided to just handmake everything. But this meant it was going to be very time consuming. Each piece took me like 3 to 4 hours to just sketch it out and put the color in, like fill stuff in that was not correct, add more details to the whole print so it looks nicer. I did have a lot of fun doing it. In fact, I was really looking forward to just sitting in front of the TV and then like sketching these or drawing it out. It was actually a very fun process. So that answers what I sold. Now, what did I make? Let's first talk about what I priced these listings at. For the city prints, those are relatively simple, and because I did use AI for some of them, I didn't want to charge it very high because ethically that just feels wrong. So I charged them at €3, which kind of aligned with the competition around these pieces. The art pieces, on the other hand, with the time and effort that went into that, as well as when I did some competitor research, it seemed like €8 was a good number. They were digitally made, but handmade, like I manually made them. So it did feel like it was okay to price them a bit higher. To know what I made, we need to know what I sold. So I officially opened my shop on the 18th of August 2023, and 10 days later, on 28th of August, I got my first sale, which was this Shah Rukh Khan poster. And I was running a sale on my shop, which was like 25% off all digital products or something like that. So that's why I only earned €6 instead of €8 for that poster. And for this particular print, as well as some other prints like my Gossip Girl design, so I was getting quite a few favorites. So for those pieces, I decided to make print-on-demand items for them as well. So things like phone cases, t-shirts, I think that's all I made. And for a few days later, for the same Bollywood print, I got a phone case that was sold, and this was sold for €18. And then that was it. Like the whole month, from 18th of August to 14th of September, which is when I'm filming this video, I only earned €23.65. But this was the revenue, not the profit. So let's see what was the cost. The first and foremost cost was Etsy fees. Technically, Etsy charges $20 fee for every single listing. And if you get your product sold, you need to then pay 20 cents again to relist your product. So this could be very costly, especially for a new shop like mine, because then I would have to put in money to create listings when I didn't even know if any of them were going to sell, right? But I did watch a lot of YouTube videos, so I got to know that if you use someone's referral link, you get 40 free listings, and that's what I did. So my first 40 listings were free. I currently only have like 30 something listings on my shop, so I haven't even used all of them yet. I will link the referral link down below in case you want to create a shop as well, then you get 40 free listings too. You save like €8, that's quite a lot. So when I sold my first listing, which was the digital product, Etsy charged 55 cents for processing fee, 34 cents transaction fee, 6 cents VAT, 10 cents VAT for processing fee, and that total was €1. So for a €6 item, Etsy charged €1. But okay, that's for a digital product. How much did Etsy charge for my phone case, which is like a print-on-demand product? €1.2 for transaction fee, 1.77 processing fee, 81 cents transaction fee for the postage. I don't know what that means. 23 cents VAT transaction, 15 cents VAT shipping, 34 cents VAT processing fee. Total was €4.50 for an €18 product. There's also more fee that I realized Etsy charges on top of it to the buyer. So you don't pay it as a seller, you pay these few fees that I've listed, but the buyer pays more money than what you're earning as a revenue. So although my product, I was selling it for €18, it's actually listed as like 20 something euro. I also invested in Etsy ads for a week. And Etsy ads, you can choose to have it $1 a day to $25 a day. And I'm very cheap. I didn't want to spend money on marketing. So I decided to just go for $1 a day and see what happens for a week. Nothing happened, so I stopped. It was like €7, 7 cents. So that's all the Etsy fees. But I also had to pay for the print on demand, like the phone case, and that cost me €9.71. So the total cost was €22, 33 cents, and in that month I made a profit of €1.32 only. And that's a nice segue to the next part, which is, was it worth it? For me, I would say the pros actually outweigh the cons. The biggest pro was that I actually learned some new skills, like SEO, understanding how print on demand works, tax laws, art, and different forms of marketing, which I'm still trying to learn because I realized I didn't even market my shop as much as I should have. And in a way, this whole month was kind of an investment into my learning of businesses or how they work. I don't know if I'm just bullshitting myself. The second pro is that this could actually just be completely passive income because none of my listings require customization or personalization. They can directly go to the supplier, or the digital products can directly be bought without me having to do anything at all. So now that I already have these listings out there, like after putting an effort in the first month and at least like publishing them, all that I would have to do is just wait and people would just keep buying things. And the third pro was that I had fun. And I would say that I'm so glad that I decided to do this in the form of finding something that I enjoyed and something that was possibly profitable and then working on those type of products rather than just trying to make money. Because I had a lot of fun in this past month, and if I was just trying to aim to make money, maybe I would have made more money, but I probably wanted to stop after just a month because I wouldn't be able to sustain it. But there are cons also, so hear me out. The first con, and the biggest one, is that there are actually a lot of hidden costs involved with selling things using Etsy. Just because you sell a product for like €10 doesn't mean you're going to get that €10, even if it's a digital product. Another cost is VAT, like taxes in general. And in a country like Germany, which tends to have quite high tax rates, you would have to price your products differently to make sure that you make enough profit and you're not just losing all the money on taxes. Also, when you use a print-on-demand supplier, I realized that they do consider this as two separate transactions. So when a buyer buys my listing from Etsy, that's one transaction. And then when I buy a product from the print-on-demand supplier, that's another transaction. So you have to pay taxes for both of these separate transactions. It's not like that whole thing is just one tax. And I realized this because when I sold my phone case, I hardly made any profit. Like I made very little money. You can do the math if you want. And that's all because most of the money that I thought I was going to get was going into taxes. So once I realized this, I then had to go in and increase the prices of my listings, like on print-on-demand items, just so that I make some money out of it and I'm not just in a loss. Another con is Etsy banning. So when I first created a shop with them, it was not in August last month, it was actually in June. I created a shop and it was banned immediately, right after I created it. And apparently this is quite common and it takes a while for them to actually get back to you. Like for me, my shop ended up getting reinstated a month later on 1st of August. But overall, since I said it was worth it, what's next? This digital art was kind of a trial. I will still keep up with it and I'm trying to create more designs just because I really like the process and I think it's fun. But the main product that I always wanted to sell in my shop was actually digital templates, specifically Notion templates. And there is a life planner that I'm working on right now. I want to perfect it to make it worthy of the price. And it's taking a lot of my time, But I hope to be done with it soon. I will let you guys know on this channel. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. I tried to be as honest as possible, showing you my struggles as well as achievements in this 1 month. I think it was a fun process, but it was very time consuming, so I wouldn't recommend it if you're anyway a busy person. And I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye!